Hi guys, welcome back to SwapW. Today I want to bring to you guys a topic that I actually enjoy, and that's internet payment services. There are many different types of payment services that's available online right now. Money Bookers, PayPal, Escrow.com, eGold, and Western Union. There's many, and Direct Wires, obviously. So there's many different ways to pay over the internet for goods that you buy and purchase. Now, which one of them all, if you have a choice, would be ideal to pick? Obviously they all provide different services, because after all, if you buy goods online, you don't really see the other sellers. Now, if you buy from a reputable website, okay, well, they're most likely going to get you your product, and they'll send you your product. But what if you face some shady business people or just other business individuals that you don't really know or know any much background of? Now, which payment services should you use? And then beyond that, let's just say if you're spending more than $200-300 in buying, let's just say a startup website, or if you're buying a bigger goods from people to people, what is a type of best payment services out there that provides you some sort of security? Out of all the payment type services that I mentioned to you above, from my personal experience, and quite frankly the one that I prefer most of the time, is Escrow.com. Why? Well, actually, Escrow.com is a very interesting service. What they do is basically, you wire your money. Let's say you as the buyer, or them being the buyer, you're the seller. They or you have to wire to a third-party bank, or Escrow.com's bank. So basically what happens is Escrow.com's bank, they'll keep the money secure in their bank until there is agreement between you, the buyer or the seller, with the other party. So in other words, let's just say hypothetically you bought a website, abc.com. Until the person transfers the site over to you, you agree, you sign off on it, that's when Escrow.com releases the fees. Or not the fees, but the total amount that you agree to pay, which you have wired to their account. Now, vice versa, if you're the seller and you don't know if this person is just fooling around, and once you transfer your site, or once you send over your valuable goods, they just end up not paying, they have to really put their money up front too through Escrow.com and in their bank services, where you know that the money's there, so you then will have that security to also provide the buyer with those goods, and then the wire would eventually get to you. So in a way, it's like a safer buffer in the middle for both parties. Like PayPal, it's very interesting. With PayPal, they're one of the biggest guys on the internet, but sometimes there's some wishy-washy stuff. Let's just say PayPal, they focus a lot on eBay goods. In other words, let's just say you're an eBay buyer and seller. Obviously, they give you a lot of protection for that. But if you're just simply wiring money here and there for type of services, or for type of websites that you purchase or what have you, there's no warrant to really get them to really review it, because really their fundamentally focus is on eBay. Obviously, there's Money Bookers and there's eGold, and I've told you in the past I'm not really a big fan of anything other than real currency dollars, so I will just shy away with those usually. So Escrow.com is really got something on their hands here, and I believe it's real safe too to use them. From my own personal experience, I use them as well. So whether you want to pay a service, or you want to get somebody to do something for you, or you're the person that's selling the service, Escrow.com is a great middleman to be involved with, because they definitely secure both parties together. Now, let's talk about the fees of Escrow.com. I have to tell you up front that Escrow.com's fees are a little bit higher than PayPal's, but believe me, if you want security, and especially when you're, let's just say you're transacting hundreds of dollars or even thousands in service, or the type of purchases on the internet, not from eBay, Escrow.com would be your best bet to secure. And obviously, they always have a very good customer support as well. They can give them a call. They actually have somebody live on the telephone to talk to you, and most of the websites that don't actually offer that. They give you a lot of runarounds, and obviously escrow.com provides you with somebody live. And let's say if you're the buyer, you say, okay, can you hold my payment for a little bit? They're not really straightforward where they just have to say, okay, well this has got to be ABC and that's it. So they're very flexible too. From my experience, I highly recommend escrow.com for anybody who wants to buy a higher amount of dollar transactions and securities. So in that way, you as the seller or the buyer don't lose out either way. That will conclude this lesson. SwapW, making money smart. www.swapw.blogspot.com